Welcome to the mainstream, where we talk and we laugh about life, love, and everything that we have. Tune in, sit back, and relax your mind. We're here to entertain, it's podcast time. We got stories to share and advice to give on how to be the best man that you can live. So come join the conversation, be a part of the team. Welcome to the mainstream, it's where you want to be.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Mainstream Podcast. Come to you live from Bellevue, Iowa. Live from the underground. Literally, we're in a basement.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm Ryan. Got Magic Mike over here and Mike Olson over here.
How we doing?
Good.
Great.
How are you guys? How you doing, Mike?
Good. Just it's Friday.
Yeah. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I literally ran in here.
Yeah, Ryan was running a little late.
Yeah, for a couple minutes, like, hey, you know what? We're not perfect, all right?
Mike and I
no.
were sitting here going,
And it brings
what?
a little bit of extra.
I was sitting.
We're men.
I was sitting at my dad's table and we were bullshitting about racing and some other stuff. And I looked at my phone. I'm like, oh, it's 7:45. I got plenty of time. And then we were talking, and then I looked at my phone and it said 8:22, and I was like, I gotta go.
Later. Whoa, from out by the farm?
Yeah.
That's not
Yeah. So whoever
not bad time.
around the Bellevue area drives a white Nissan Rogue, I'm sorry, but I was in a hurry and you were driving too slow.
That old lady rolled the dice when she stepped off the
Yeah.
curb.
They were
She's
doing
like,
60. They were
shit.
doing 65 most of the way. So it was a good job. Props
Oh,
to
yeah.
you.
That's good.
Mr. Steinus, how you been, buddy?
I'm all right. I'm good. I had a little wild week at work, but it is what it is. Can't really get into much of it, but it is what it is. It was good. It's not horrible, but it's just
How many times did you poop this week at work?
shut the fuck up, dude. Off air, I will talk about some shit like that.
Yeah. How many times you pooped?
Well, we can get into that too. I mean, I told you guys in the chat like earlier this week, I'm a 3 to 5 guy a day, so I don't
You
know.
do 3 to 5 guys a day?
On a good day.
It's raining men.
Hallelujah.
He's not gay, but $20 is $20.
Yeah. What's a ZJ? Gotta ask.
You can't
afford it.
Back the fuck up, Antonio.
But no, overall, a really good week actually. You know, like we had a rough couple weeks with the kids, just like acting like terrorists. But this week's pretty good. We tried a new.
Kids will be kids, right?
Yeah,
Like-
we've been trying a new.
And running around with vests on going, Haji.
We were trying a new style a little bit.
These are just road flares. Did
you
you
know,
grow up under power lines?
a little less quieter when we're talking to them a little bit. You know,
Did you eat
sitting
paint chips
down.
as a kid?
But
Why?
anyway,
No, good.
How about you?
I had a week, man.
Yeah.
It was an interesting week. Long week. I did get a chance to listen to your guys' episode last week.
With Ryan?
With Ryan Niemiller.
Yeah.
That was it sounded like a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude.
I'm jealous that he sounds like a fun guy to talk to.
Yeah,
He was-
so
so
hilarious.
I forgot that like stand-up comedians they're just naturally funny.
oh yeah.
So like, what we didn't have on air was like we got him on real quick, and we ran through a 2-minute test just to make sure that once the recording was done, we had audio both sides.
Right.
And Josh was like, "All right, Steinus talk." So Mike talked. He's like, "All right, Olson talk." So I talked, and he goes, "All right, Ryan, it's your turn. Tell us a joke." And he's like, "Fuck you, I'm not getting paid."
Yeah. He's like, nah. No.
That's
The touch on that's funny though, because like when I got home and Maya was like, "How was it?" And I was like, I've been told before that I'm pretty funny and I can make people laugh, but dude, we are not funny.
No.
We are not funny. When you get around somebody that does it for their job, or somebody that's, trying to make it, and he's obviously made it, but if you go to clubs and stuff like that, it's like, well, I'm really not that funny, actually.
Yeah,
So,
like Mike said something about like a ring or something, and he goes, "I don't have fingers."
Yeah.
And he
I heard that part and I died.
And
I
like,
was
he was so quick-witted to go.
I
Imagine
can't-
trying to take off the cock ring. He said,
yeah. God
What did he
damn
say?
it.
I can't fucking wear a wedding ring. Thanks a lot. I was like, oh.
"Yeah, he was great."
fault. It was my fault.
I'm so happy he got back to me in an email right away and jumped on. And
I hope he's back in the area because I would like to go see him do some stand up.
He will be.
in Dubuque.
He says he goes to the Diamond Joe a lot. He loves Dubuque.
Yeah.
Which is surprised, dude, because Dubuque sucks.
Yeah, no, he loves it, and I told him to let us know the next time he's here, and I said, we'll obviously come, and I said, but I want to meet you. I want to be able to meet you, and so, no, he was funny. Hopefully, we can. I'm working. I sent a lot of emails this week on trying to get.
I
some
saw a lot
guests.
of outreach, but I mean, we're always working on.
Caitlin
things.
Clark didn't respond, just so you know, but
she might be busy.
She's golfing.
Yeah, trying to golf.
Yeah, did you see that video of her first shot? That was funny as hell.
She
though.
probably golfs
She's
better
one of
than
us.
I do.
She's one of us.
The way she handled it, like I
Right.
would have been beat red face.
My
like, I
favorite
can't
was
do
she's
this.
like, oh,
She's a professional, though,
she
right?
said and dropped another golf ball right away. I was like,
Breakfast ball.
I do the
ready.
same
Actually,
thing.
she said, "Oh shit."
Well, that's a pro move, right? Just have it on deck and ready.
Yeah.
Actually, if you've ever been to like the John Deere Classic, the
Golf
pros they are human. Like they
Oh, yeah.
have bad shots, and
yeah.
you're like, "Wow, I didn't think I'd ever."
It's
see
just the
that.
recovery shots are amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
absolutely.
No, I got to golf there. You can go out there and golf.
Right, it's just expensive.
took-
Where,
group of
at the
guys.
TPC?
Deer
Yeah.
run.
Yeah.
Took a group of guys there last year and golfed pretty much all day. It was a fucking.
You know what we should do?
I'm actually golfing tomorrow.
Manstream podcast 4-person best shot.
Let's do it.
Like put on a tournament? Or
Yeah.
just, I'm down.
Yeah, I don't know what it'll pay.
Would that be?
Nothing.
Would that
Fucking
be?
nothing. It's a charity case of.
Would that be
No, I'm just
rivaling your
Other-
Lamont Fire rescue one?
No, it wouldn't be
kidding.
as good.
It'd be a,
No.
no, it's not. Gonna
I
be
can
as
tell you
good.
that. Oh, by the way, sign me up next year at 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, first tee time.
People playing golf, and I'm up there making frozen burger patties as fast as I can for when they get done.
I don't even when I put
Did
the
you want sweat on or off that burger?
Yeah.
when I put the Lamont Fire outing out, I don't even put 10 o'clock as available. Starts at 10:10. My sign has got 10 o'clock.
I
in
like
the
to do that because
bag.
then I have all day to kind of do what I want. If I want to sit up there all day and bullshit with people that are coming in and out, because it's a great event.
I know.
So,
I
like,
will not play in the middle of the day next year. It was hot. As
oh yeah. Well, that's another reason why you got to go in the morning, right?
Yeah.
It was hot this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it was a good week. I wish I could say a lot happened, but really for me a lot didn't happen. Just work.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Same. I just had work too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moved a desk.
Oh fuck.
You did?
No,
Oh,
I'm pretty
you
sure
did.
there's a stand-up comedian that does a bit. I don't know who it is. About when your friends call you to move something, some
Oh,
furniture,
yeah. Fuck that.
and it is the heaviest fucking furniture you ever lifted. My buddy Jake bought a presidential desk that's gotta weigh 450 pounds.
Yeah. So why did he buy a presidential desk?
because for his home office,
Oh.
like it's really nice. I don't blame him. You buy a super nice desk and it'll last forever.
Yeah.
Like. So I don't blame you. Buy a nice desk, put it in your office, and have it there. But that fucker's never
Hold
coming
on.
out.
How many fucking twisted teas do you need?
Well, he told you
To grab
because he
two.
was late.
I wasn't
grabbed
sure
me
you
two,
grabbed them, so I grabbed two.
and
on
then
the
when
way
he
by.
ran in, he grabbed two before he sat down.
I'm getting fucked up.
You had 4 in
Hey,
front of you.
we're getting into men's mental health. I'm gonna drink heavily.
Yo,
No, I'm
I'm
just kidding.
I'm telling you, carpet's soft. You might be able to pass out here.
There's a lot of bugs.
Josh comes down and I just fucking sleep.
There's a lot of bugs down here.
Just sleep. Just face down on the computer table. No,
He knows better than to fall asleep in one of these chairs because they'll break out on the back
Yeah,
of
this
them.
fucker almost rolled over backwards when I sat in it.
Like I said, dude, I don't really necessarily want to see you fall, but it would be great content if you just kind of flip backwards.
I don't doubt it. At this point in my life, it wouldn't surprise me if it happened.
Oh, shit.
So we got a special announcement to make.
We do, and I've been talking it up all month.
Yeah. Should we save that to the end?
No,
Keep everybody on
I
here
think
to wait?
everybody's on their tippy toes. Let's not.
There's
just-
a whopping 6 people ready to hear our announcement.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm one of them.
it'll spread like wildfire. I'll tell you what. We have a big announcement, and I'm going to let Mike Olson explain it to you because he's done a lot of the legwork.
yeah.
here.
I can't explain it because
We're just pretty faces.
yeah, exactly.
So what's this? What's going on, Mike?
What do you got?
I'm excited
what,
for it.
What do you got up your sleeve, Mike?
We're all excited.
I don't have it under my sleeve. So
All I'm going to say is mark your calendars.
we if you follow us, you know that we did a live podcast at the Iowa Podcast Awards in Cedar Rapids in September.
and had a blast.
And we had a blast, and unfortunately our followers didn't get to see it until a month after or so. Because
it was a little while.
It took a while to get it, but we had a blast, and I've gotten a lot of comments on that one going, you guys just look like you were having fun, and I'm like, oh, I look like I was having
You
fun?
look like you were dying.
I look like I was dead. Like,
I mean, I was in a lot of pain, but I was having fun.
it was it was a blast. So we have decided to team up with River Ridge Brewery in Bellevue, Iowa, and on January 18th, we are having a on tap live podcast event down there. And don't worry, we're not the only ones that are going to be there.
No.
Yeah, you don't have to just listen to us.
Yeah, we have a handful of Iowa podcasts coming. K Love You Bye from, I think they're out by Clear Lake. They're a comedy podcast. I would say like us, but some people might not find us funny.
Right.
Skull Hop, I think
Vikings
they're
podcast?
Vikings podcast.
So all you Viking fans out there,
Yeah.
Wade Borman,
Yeah.
Steve Ruff, you degenerates, get out there and come down. We know you like to chug beer. So
Yeah, and who knows? The Vikings may be in the playoffs still. Then might be a game on. So, Remelations, they talk about dreams.
Yeah, out of Dubuque.
So I didn't get to see them and see their podcast.
It's
That
funny.
intrigues me.
You got to
because-
hear how Ryan and I are in our dreams. So
Yeah,
I mean-
for sure. But like, there's a lot of information out there of like why you have the dreams that you have. So
I don't
like,
think the one I listened to, they didn't get into that. They just read your dream and put a comedic spin on it.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
You know what I mean?
Either way, very
Oh,
interesting, right?
It was fantastic.
And that's
yeah.
that's content that will never die because people are constantly having dreams, right?
I'm pretty
Right.
sure I
So-
could send them some fucked up shit.
Yeah, I would-
conspiracy.
I'm sure you'll have your. They loved you, Ryan. So I'm sure that they will ask you to
What's
come
not
up
to
and get
love,
on the
Mike?
mic. No, hey, you don't have to convince me, brother. Okay.
They conspiracying to argue, I think is
Conspiracy
the
to argue.
yeah,
Yep.
they're coming, and then a beautiful view from Bellevue,
Also from
and
Bellevue,
the Man Street podcast from Bellevue.
Right.
We have a few special guests up our sleeve that we're not going to release at this time that are going to make appearances that day. And the brewery's going to have some live music playing in between shows. So nothing goes on in January, people.
Yeah.
Mark your calendars.
Yep.
Yeah, get here.
And we'll release a full schedule as we get closer. There will be merchandise. There'll be giveaways. I mean, we're just going to have a good time. Come down, drink beer with us.
And it's if you want to hang out all day with us and listen to all these podcasts, that's great. If you just want to stop down for an hour, check out half of one and half of another,
And then come back for ours.
and then
Yeah.
come back for ours, or just come down and have a couple beers with us. Hey, we're gonna be there all
Yeah,
day.
there
We're
will
gonna
be
have fun.
there
Just
will
chop
be
it
a
up.
special drink made from the River Ridge Brewery.
Yep.
Name to be determined, but it's for us, the Mainstream Podcast. So
Yeah, man water.
Man Water,
Name pending.
name pending.
man juice.
Yeah, someone recommended that, and I'm like, I don't know
I
about
don't
that.
And
doesn't sound very good.
in all honesty, I mean, like, if we're being honest, the 18th is like the perfect time where you thought you were gonna do your New Year's resolution. You were gonna work out every day. By the 18th, you're already out of that realm.
Yeah,
so
it's
come
2 weeks
down,
later.
have some bar food, get some good beer.
Yeah.
You know, relax, have some belly laughs.
Absolutely, they got good pizza, big ass pretzels.
Yeah.
We'll be down there in December for trivia night.
Right.
But live podcast event they're fun. I didn't know that until we were a part of one.
It's different, right? Because so we're doing a live podcast right now, and the interaction is there, but it's delayed, right? You got to wait for it to come in on your phone. When you're sitting there, it's instant, and the interaction, the feedback,
You can hear the laughs.
read the room, and
Yeah.
it's so much.
Yeah,
fun.
and we're gonna get the crowd engaged too on not even during the podcast, just in different levels. So
Yeah.
if you don't like talking, we probably will come pick on
We
you.
won't
Yeah,
pick
exactly.
on you if you're shy.
Like I said, giveaways. I mean, we're just gonna be there. There's merchandise tables. It's just gonna be a fun day. Yeah, come down, drink beer.
Yeah, you'll see. We'll be posting flyers everywhere. If
Yep.
you can share them to your, share them, get the word out. It'd be great to pack that place all day long.
Yeah, dude. It sounds like it's gonna be an awesome time, right? It's an all day event. Like it's gonna be a long day for us, but I don't think we're complaining about that.
No,
Because
I'm
I think we're
excited.
very interested about what everybody has to offer, and then honestly, it's a test to us. Like, can we do this? Can we handle this? And if we can, like, hey, this is something we can do in the future too, right? Like, who knows? Maybe we get maybe we get booked somewhere else that's like an actual stage or something like that, right? So
yeah, I mean, hey, we have for a long time talked about taking this podcast on the road and going to, at one time we talked about maybe an Iowa tailgate.
Yep.
And I think this is perfect. It's close enough to home that if we do have a malfunction, we can overcome it.
yeah,
We're
absolutely.
close enough to home base where we can run and grab shit if we forget it. So, yeah, it's going to be trial and error. Will it go perfect?
Yes.
God, I hope so. We hope for the best.
I wouldn't put that in your head, Mike.
We hope for the best and prepare for the worst on this
Yeah,
show. So
exactly.
go back to episode 1.
Right.
We've
And
come
just
a
like,
long
don't be
way.
frustrated if we fuck up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, that
just-
shit's going to happen, right?
Hey, at the end of the day, we're making memories. It'll
Yeah.
be fun. And I tell you what, if you have a brother or sister or child or even a parent that's ever talked about, like, I wonder what podcasting is like, bring them out because you get a firsthand view and to witness what all goes into putting on a podcast.
Yeah.
I mean, we have all our equipment there. You can kind of check it out. Ask us questions. We're there to help. We're not perfect, but we've learned a lot. And, we want others to succeed. And I'm excited. Some of
Yeah.
those guys we met from the other podcasts were really good dudes. We had a lot of fun hanging out with them, drinking some beers and cheering at the awards section.
Yeah,
So-
and I think we're gonna go back to some of our old roots for our show that night. I think we're gonna pass around a few jars. One of them for Ask Us Anything.
yeah, I think that'd be
And I think the other one obviously draft, so we can
good. Draft ideas.
Yeah, so we can let
Yeah.
the audience decide and
Right.
not go, who wants boners? And two people go, we do, and
We
Ryan
do.
goes, it's boners. It
Okay,
is."
it's boners.
No, time out. To be fair, I rewatched that, and I did ask who wants the other stuff, and everybody was so shocked and didn't vote that we went with boners. I did
I
ask.
don't know. I don't
I
think you could. It did not pan to
Play
the
the tape.
crowd.
Play
It
the
did
tape.
not pan to the crowd, Ryan. A lot of them were like, "Ugh."
Boner.
I heard a lot of laughing. It was
Yeah,
coming
no,
from our
definitely.
mics.
It was.
We had headsets on, so.
I mean, it
No, we
was like-
didn't.
Oh, we did not have headsets, so I can't even use that excuse.
No.
Mike.
Yeah, so, and it also is a little different. We will not have headsets on, and we'll have speakers there to where we're talking to you through a PA system. And,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It'll be a fun time. So mark your calendars, January 18th. Look on social media for advertisement. River Ridge Brewery is going to advertise it. They do have a golf simulator there too.
Yep.
So not quite sure how that's going to work yet.
Come
'cause-
whack some balls with us.
Well, yeah, we can, but
Crazy baller whacker guy.
not sure how that's going to work with the noise from that and the podcast going on. But we'll make it work. Yeah.
Well, it's live, right? So it's like not everybody's gonna be quiet. Not everybody's gonna be listening to us while they're
Right.
down there. I mean, I grew up with my dad being an auctioneer my whole life, and one thing that he's had to do on every single benefit that he's ever done is, hey, we're trying to sell stuff up here. Be quiet.
Yep.
Right. So I mean, we understand people are going to talk. People are going to be, having a good time. We want that. We want chatter. We want people having a good time. But, just be causing it too. If you're getting too loud a little bit, we might say, hey, be quiet. We want to have a good show here.
yeah. Hey,
Well, and
if
the-
you want to be that loud, why don't you come take a seat
Yeah,
and join
come
us up here?
on.
Well, the folks that are going to join in this with us deserve their share of the spotlight, right?
Absolutely.
They're coming from all over the state, so
Yeah.
to be respectful of them. But I don't think we'll have major issues. I think it's going to be good, and we're excited about it, and you should be too. I think I'm excited to get a little fan interaction for some
Yeah.
people that have
Yeah.
followed us for some time.
Right.
We're excited to see
What?
it. Oh,
You
no,
got a nice
it's
little friend crawling up your
killer
knee.
ladybug.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. No, good time. Mark your calendars. Look out for more posts. We'll probably throw out some sort of fun contest or something to get the ball rolling on that and go from there. January 18th, River Ridge Brewery. While we're on the contest conversation here, for our listeners, we still have 2 tickets to the Pork Tornadoes, November 30th at the Q Casino. We're also giving away 2 Manstream shirts and 2 Manstream Richardson hats, and we've had 2 people enter.
That's crazy.
All you have to do is go to our Facebook post and comment on what Mike Schulte said he cannot do when it comes to drumming. I'll give you a hint. It revolves around reading.
Yeah. And maybe we can repost that episode too.
Yeah,
Just
I've done
hey,
that.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
I'm
done
pretty
that.
sure there's a clip
My
of
fault.
that out there somewhere on our social medias.
Probably.
But
So-
I mean, they're a really good cover band. They have a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
They play a lot of good music. will probably be there. I don't know. I'll be driving back from Texas, so it'll be a stretch if I make it. But some of your second favorite members of the Mainstream podcast might be there. Sorry, guy, I can't help myself.
It's all good, dude.
So go to our Facebook page, comment on the answer, be entered to win these tickets. I don't know what they're selling for, but they are sold out already, so this is your chance to go.
This is your last chance if you're a big Pork Tornado fan.
Otherwise,
sure.
I already know who won, so
Interesting. I want to know who it is. Don't tell me yet.
I'm not going to tell you until
I know one of them.
She's not coming up from Texas.
No, not for that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Your mommy?
Your mommy?
Mama.
So
I don't know her, but I love her.
join in the
She's
contest.
fantastic.
Well, at least if you can't make it and you vote and you win, at least you'll get some Mainstream stuff, right?
For
And
sure.
You can always scalp your tickets.
And
dude.
scalp them, sell them, give them to the homeless guy on the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
You know,
it's
make
I mean-
someone's Christmas.
Yeah, there should be more.
it's free stuff, people.
Right.
Very little work to go do some free stuff.
Clearly, we can't even give away Mainstream stuff.
It's a very desirable product.
Yeah. So on that note, I think we're gonna do our Sip and Savor segment here, and it's not a normal Sip and Savor because we were kind of scrambling at the
Again.
helms here. But before we dive into, it is Men's Mental Health Month, and Ryan wasn't here to join us on the last one we had. So
I wasn't?
no, it was Josh, Mike, and I.
Oh.
Yeah, because you were upset you missed
I think
it.
like our very second episode ever, we touched
touched
on
base,
mental health.
very much
Yeah.
so. But
Mental health, but the recording was shit.
the audio
and,
was shit. Yeah,
and
so
we kind of didn't know what we were doing then.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's fun.
yeah, so maybe at our live event we'll put up old clips of us from that time.
That would
Oh.
be fun.
But anyways, I'm drinking Busch Light tonight. Mike's drinking some holiday Coors.
I'm drinking. It's Wisconsin holiday beer, made by Potosi, I
Potosi?
believe.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's actually really good, and I'm not really a beer guy. I can feel my neck like super red already,
And
but
Ryan's drinking
it's
some
really good.
Twisted Teas,
Yeah, you know it.
two-fisted teas, just like his costume.
I keep talking. I'll knock you out.
Yeah.
Ever seen that Twisted TV?
I have.
My mama said, "No, you." Knock you out."
So we are sponsored by Van's Liquor from East Dubuque, Illinois, on
Cincinnati
Avenue for our Sip and Savor. We do have a bottle of Cedar Ridge there, but we did not touch it. And Josh poured 2 glasses like a week ago, and I think there's a bug.
There is a
in one of
bug
them,
floating
so,
in there.
No nose goes on drinking that one.
I'm not.
Drink it. Drink it.
I took a whiff
Drink it.
of
It's
it,
all-
and I about
That's
fucking barfed.
it's all natural whiskey with an all natural bug in it.
Is that like drinking the worm out of the tequila
on.
bottle?
Come on.
I'm not drinking that.
I'll give you $20.
I'm not touching it.
No,
Mike,
fuck
give you-
you.
I'll give you $100.
Mike's like, I wouldn't even drink it without the bug. Like,
You got the cash on your wallet right now, $100
Yeah,
bucks.
I won $600 at the casino this week.
If you give me $100, I'll fucking chug that.
And eat the bug.
Yeah, I'll swallow the bug.
I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I didn't think so, dude. I'll call your ass out on that in a heartbeat, dude. Give a fuck for $100.
the other thing before we go to this ad break is if you get us to 50,000 followers on YouTube before our live event, Ryan will shave his head at the live event.
Yeah, and I think we should reach out to Manscaped and see if they can sponsor that whole situation too, because that
I'm gonna cut my.
those are some beautiful locks.
I'm gonna
so-
cut them off in whole pieces and donate them to Locks of Love.
Oh, you how long is it? Because it has to be pretty long.
It'll be long enough by then.
We can have some scissors
And
there.
I don't know if this is factual, but when we went to cut our daughter's hair for the first time, because it was very long, it was like below her butt, they said that a lot of people are stopped doing that because they're making the people pay for the wigs now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Huh.
I don't know if that's true or not.
That's fine. I'll just throw it
but
in the garbage. Then.
If it is, it's kind of shitty, right?
Hey, if you want some hair, I'll sell it to you.
Yeah. 50,000 followers on YouTube. Ryan shaves his head at the live event.
Yeah.
I think we could do it.
I'll do it all. I'll do my head, my eyebrows, and my beard. We'll just have no hair from the back up.
Charlie Villanueva. Anybody know who that is?
Basketball player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I saw a bald guy in a movie not too long ago. I was like, why does he look so weird? He had no eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to take a quick sponsor break from our sponsor, Van's Liquor.
Are you ready to make every moment unforgettable? Well, we've got the perfect pit stop for you. Van's Liquor. Need a rare bottle for that special occasion? Van's Liquor has it. Craving the finest beers for your weekend hangout? Van's Liquor has it, just over the bridge at 470 Sinsinawa Avenue, East Dubuque. Van's Liquor has everything you need to turn the ordinary into extraordinary. Don't settle for less. Choose the best at Van's Liquor, your celebration headquarters in...
Thank you, Van's Liquor, for those words.
Thank you very much.
Head on over to Van's Liquor for any of your beverage needs. East Dubuque, Illinois, their price will not beat. They trust us, so we trust them. Head on over. They will take care of you.
Is that their slogan?
No, that's the slogan I just made up.
Good. I don't know what's going on, but something smells good.
Meow, 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 meow.
The heat turned on. Maybe it's whatever died in the furnace.
Somebody must be making something upstairs. I think it smells fucking good. Anybody smell that?
I don't smell nothing.
It smells floral-y to me. Like
I smell that bug in the bourbon.
Maybe I just smell really fucking good.
It smells like somebody sprayed some Febreze or something.
I don't know. I can smell dinner.
Dinner.
So pork chop in every one of these.
Yeah. So it is Men's Mental Health Month. Something that does not get talked about a lot. Something that men hide behind a lot. You guys have already heard Mike and Mike's take on it. Let's talk to Ryan. Ryan, what are your thoughts on men's mental health in a whole?
You know, I've been thinking about it a lot this week. I've been in the trenches this week a little bit, but I'm not going to dive into it. But as men's mental health as a whole, just thinking about it, you know, it's definitely something that doesn't get brought up into the spotlight, right? It's something that's like glossed over. It's like, you know, figure it out. You know, you're a guy. Nobody cares about your problems. Which, you know, it sucks, but unfortunately, I think that's the reality of the world we live in. More cases than not. You know, there's some people that if you take that barrier, I have a very small circle that I'd take like that barrier down all the way. Because those people I know, their judgment won't change if you take that barrier down. And I feel like some people, their judgment of you does change if you take that barrier down. Like, you know, like an example I can use off the top of my head, which I know everybody's gonna be like, ugh, but it's like crying. You know, some dudes, they won't cry in front of anybody. And some dudes you never see cry. And then if you see that guy cry, you're like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
One, like to me, I'm like, well, something's really wrong here. But then I know there's people out there that's like, I can't believe that fucker's crying.
Yeah.
Like, you know, or, you know, I know
I've had that thought personally sometimes too, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't cry.
Yeah, that guy never cries.
The fuck?
Like, what's going on? But I know I've seen videos of girls saying like, oh yeah, if a guy cries, like I think of him totally different.
Yeah, that's an ick
or
something.
It's an ick or whatever. And I'm not saying all girls are that way. I'm not here to attack women. I'm here to talk about a men's mental health. But I think that drives it more than anything else, you know. But I mean, I think it's an issue in this country that's horribly ignored, horribly just swept under the rug.
Yeah.
But at the same time, me myself, I like. There's times where you go through it. We all do. There's times where you have hard times, and there's ways to handle it positively. I think that, you know, if you have a bad day or you're depressed and you just want to sit around on your couch and not do anything and sleep and be a bum, and then you feel like shit later that day, and you're like, oh, now I feel like shit, and I'm even more depressed. Like, depression is an issue. But I believe that the best way to work through depression and to get is to just be active.
Yep.
Don't go to the gym and get ripped out of your mind. Go outside.
Yeah.
Get some fresh air.
Sun. Get
some sunlight. Turn your screens off. You know, get away. Get off social media.
Shut it off.
I think social media is. I'm addicted to it hopelessly, and it's terrible. But I'm starting to see today, I got up this morning. I had a couple conference calls for work. And, it was yesterday. I sat in bed for 2 hours and just watched reels on fucking Instagram before I was like, holy fuck, 2 hours went by.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking
That's
awful,
a lot.
guys.
That's a lot.
2 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's noon and I'm still laying in bed. I haven't even got out of bed yet except to take a piss once. I'm like, all right, I got to put this fucking phone down and get some shit done. But I mean, you know, everybody handles their stuff different. You know, if you are, there's a lot of people. I would say I'm a person that when things come up, I tend to be able to handle them myself or work through them myself.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just my personality. There's some people that can't do that. But I think in our culture, if you're a man and you are having issues and you can't reach out for help, and you do reach out for help, people kind of will rip on you a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. You're not as a man. You're not a man's man if you
or you get looked at and you're like, just fucking figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you'll be fine.
Yeah. What do you mean? It's just a stage. You'll be okay.
In the end, everything's probably gonna work out. Everything will. The sun will come up tomorrow. I know it sounds. I'm seeing it. What is that, Annie?
Yeah.
Sun will come out tomorrow. The sun's gonna come up tomorrow. The world's not gonna stop, and no matter what you're going through, it may seem like that. But take some time, decompress, take a deep breath, look at your options, and figure a way out of your situation. And if you need to reach out to somebody, reach out to somebody. And if they give you shit for reaching out for them, they're not one of the ones that you should have around you and should be in your inner circle.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I agree with that.
So I mean,
too.
I kind of rambled on there, but that's
that's kind of what we're looking for, dude. Honestly,
that's my gist.
because
I mean, I could honestly. I was talking to myself in my truck on the way here. I could talk about this for hours.
Yeah, so it's changed a little for me since the last time we were on talking about this a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
I had some big changes in work where I ended up taking over at a random time, really. Wasn't expected that fast, but I didn't realize how physically and mentally exhausted I was from the former management. The verbal abuse, the never knowing what kind of day you were getting, and how unhappy I was. My mental health was shit.
Right.
Didn't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing when something changes and you start realizing, wow, that changed for the better. That changed for the better for me. And really what I've noticed is everybody else in my office. And my life has done a complete 180. I don't want to make it sound like I had a terrible home life, because I didn't.
Right.
I mean, there was times I'm sure that my wife would look at you and be like, what a fuckhead. Like, or what,
Well, I mean, there's an added
you're not
stressor,
doing
right?
you're not doing your job
Right.
if your wife's
Why
not
are-
saying what the fuck,
Right.
dude, every now and then.
like, why is this guy so upset? And I didn't realize it. Like, I'd be like, I'm not upset. What are you talking about? You know? And then come to realize, yeah, dude.
Holy shit,
I was. And I thought I could leave it at the door. No. Externally, I left it at the door. Internally,
Right.
I didn't.
Subconsciously, you're in your
Yeah.
mind thinking,
And
still thinking about it, right?
even when it comes to my kids, I'm not getting as uppity with them.
Yeah.
I'm not getting as frustrated as fast with them. My life has been a complete 180 in my mind. I was telling Ashley the other day, I kind of, not to get sappy or anything, but I went back to a rut or an old route from when I first met her. I used to write a lot of stuff down, and give it to her, and this was my thoughts. So I did that. And one of the things I said was, you said that, you told me that it wasn't that bad, but from the difference that I see in myself, I think it was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
Like the way I was
Now
acting.
I see
and
it.
I'm sorry.
Right.
So where I'm going with that is, like, it's sometimes your mental health is masked, it's hidden.
Yeah.
And it takes something to happen for you to realize that, wow, I had some terrible mental health going on. And yeah, dude,
I think, to piggyback off what you're saying, one of the hardest things to do, and I think it plays a big role in men's mental health, is to, if you're trying to be successful, is to leave work at the front door when you walk in the house and not carry, I had a rough day, or things are going like crap, or the boss is really riding me, or I got a lot going on. And, in a perfect world, you just leave that at the door. You come in, you talk about it, but you don't let it affect your decisions and your attitude and stuff. But I think it does a lot. But I think, there's a lot of times where if you go to talk to somebody about, hey, man, I'm stressed out at work, I got this stuff going on, people just don't care.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
They don't want to hear it. Like, you got problems, we all got
Oh
problems.
yeah, same
Yeah,
old
well,
shit.
it's tough, right? So easier said than done than leave it at the door, right?
I'm not saying
because
it's easy. We all struggle with it.
Who are you around more than your family, the people you work with, right?
Yeah.
5 days a week,
If not more, dude.
7:30 to 4:30. You know, and like for my case, I get home and Ashley's working, doing what she loves, owning the dance studio and teaching high school dance. And then when she gets home, it's like an hour, 2 hours, maybe, and I'm going to bed. You know, I got to get up and work. So it's a lot harder to leave it at the door than just thinking like. And I realized that I used to think it was easy. I used to sit there and say, "No, I'm that guy. I leave it at the door. I leave work. I don't bring that shit home."
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, just because you don't talk about work at home doesn't mean you left it at work, right?
And I was a miserable cuss. Like I was literally, I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm sure that you guys could vouch for it. Like there was times where you're like, "Wow, dude, like straight face Sam over here. What's up with him?" You know, Ryan's grinning and shaking his head. Like
You had your moments. We all do, but
it's crazy.
I think it's very cool. I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
You're good.
I just think it's cool that you, with this change in your life and your big change in your career, that you can look back and see that and realize, you know, hey, I was fucked up and now things are better. And you can just reflect and learn from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, Ashley said something to me the other night, and I didn't even think of it. Because I enjoy playing video games. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I enjoy it. What guy doesn't? That's my unwind time. We
Right.
talked about this the last time. Like, I go down, play video games. I don't want to sound like, I go shoot people to relieve stress, but when you play Call of Duty, it's what you do, right?
Right.
I throw Semtex grenades at you. That relieves my stress. Ryan runs around with a grenade launcher and a fucking riot shield.
Blows
That
the whole
relieves
world
his
up.
stress, you know. But like, she's like, I realized that, you know, when I started thinking back at the times that were bad at work, you would go down and play video games Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all of a sudden you're down there playing video games 7 nights a week.
Well, then it's like, wait, why do you enjoy that more than
Right.
watching a movie or playing a board game or something like that?
Right.
And it's not the fact that you enjoy playing the video games over doing the other things. It was just that was your original way that you probably have always relieved your stress, right?
That was my escape. That was my escape from work, because what I realized was now, and I didn't realize it then, is there probably would have been one thing that would have just triggered me off.
Yep.
And I ran away from it. I went downstairs. Ashley would watch her own show or something, and I went downstairs to not have to confront any of those problems. I was hiding from it.
Yeah.
And I still love playing video games, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not playing them 7 nights a week.
Right. Which is probably healthy too, not to be playing
No,
those
see,
7
you know,
days
I
a
don't
week.
get upset at video games like some people.
I might scream. Might have broke a controller or two in my time.
Might have threw a fan across the room or kicked it.
I kick it. You
Yeah.
kick it right off the stand.
You know, I don't get
Pick it
upset
up,
with
set
them
it right back
because
on.
they're games, right? If you get upset at a video game,
So stupid.
I don't know.
Well,
It's
you're just
frustrating.
some people are just passionate too,
It's
right?
frustrating.
Like,
Yeah,
I hate losing.
Right.
Yeah.
So but if now that I look back at it, that's 100% why I would go down, was to hide from having to confront anything, because I did not want to snap, or I didn't want to let my mental health show. And you know, it doesn't. And guys in a whole, they don't talk like this, right? They don't talk with their friends like this.
No.
I mean, we're talking to the general public right now who's watching us about it, but they don't talk like this to their friends normally, right?
Right.
Because
You might have that one friend, but it's not an everyday conversation. It's like you know, if somebody's off, then it might get brought up. And
Right.
you might talk about what that issue is, and as soon as you're like, oh, that's what the issue is, oh, you'll be okay, all right, it's done. And what guy it doesn't, like, I'll be fine.
yeah.
How
and
you
I think,
doing? I'm fine.
You know,
what
I
mean?
think I think a big part in that too is you know the time and the age we were brought up. You know, because like if you look at it now, it's becoming more and more acceptable for people to open up and go see a therapist, and you know you should be like, ooh, you're going to see a shrink? Fuck's wrong with you? It's like, well, now it's like, hey man, if something's bothering you, maybe you should go talk to somebody about that.
Yeah.
It's becoming more and more acceptable, so hopefully it'd be a generational change coming, right? So your boys or my son would be not afraid to be like, hey, Dad, you know, this is really bothering me. Like, have you ever had this experience? Have you ever gone through this? Or maybe not even your dad, somebody that's like a professional, because that's what we talked about last time is like, you know, it's really hard to open up and be completely 100% truthful to the people that you love too, because you don't want to be judged, right? So the best part about going to see a professional or somebody that can talk to you without judging you, because that's their job, is they can give you the best feedback and the realest feedback that you actually need.
It's a non-biased feedback.
Not just what they think you want to hear to make you feel better at that moment. These people will get down to the root cause. And I think that's becoming more and more acceptable for people. And not even just that, I think we're getting a little bit further away from by masking it with prescription drugs too, of like, oh, you got an issue, here to take this. They'll still make you feel better. I think we're getting more and more of like, hey, it's okay to talk about your feelings. It's okay to, just because you open up to a professional or go see a psychiatrist doesn't mean you're not a man anymore. Doesn't mean, it doesn't make you any less of a man.
Doesn't make you less hard or soft.
Right. And hopefully the kids that we're raising now will see that, and it won't be as a big of. Will it always be there? Absolutely. Will there always be people that want to mask their feelings? Absolutely. But hopefully it becomes more easier for people and acceptable to do that.
Yeah, see, it's tough, right?
Yeah.
You mentioned the generational thing. I don't know about you, but I could imagine you were raised like me. Get up, walk it off, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
You don't need that.
Put some dirt on it. You'll be fine.
And I'm okay with that raising too.
Absolutely.
Like I'm perfectly happy with the person I am today, So do I have flaws? Absolutely. Who doesn't? But yeah, I would say that's how I was brought up.
Yeah, I mean, and I wouldn't change the way I was brought up, right?
Not the fact, I mean, there was people there I could talk to, right? I always had someone there to talk to.
Your dad. You could always talk to your dad,
Right.
right? I could always talk to my dad, and it didn't have to do with that. But back then, it was, you don't need to go talk to someone.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
You'll be all right.
And then you slowly realize as you get older, like, no, it's not easy talking to you. Like, I can't. There's things I want. No offense, I might need to go talk to someone to try to figure out how can I adapt and be around you, because there's things that you say and do that I'm like, this ain't cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say that. Like, and like I said last time, my brother thinks everybody needs to find a counselor and go see a therapist and talk to them.
Yeah.
And whether it's childhood trauma, whether it's men's mental health, whether it's mental health, whether, whatever, because talking to a professional about it, they'll get to the root cause, like you said. They'll figure out ways that can help you cope with it and help you adapt to it and be able to better yourself.
Or even recognize what triggers you, right? Or even like you said, the work thing is like you didn't even notice, right? So until you were out of it and you're like, whoa, like,
yeah.
Holy
and that's
crap.
how it is, like our whole office.
Yeah.
Like, we had someone that was going to see therapists to how to cope with that at work.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to do that, man. Like, this is work. Like, and I've been commended and applauded for the change around in the atmosphere. Everybody smiling, laughing, having a good time, and getting their job done, right? And it's why I don't want to work in a stressful environment.
No.
I don't want to work.
It's not fun.
In somewhere where people might verbally abuse you in a way. And that sounds like it wasn't. I can't think of a different word. Like, it wasn't like getting name called and stuff, but it was just different ways that I would say that's verbal abuse.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm good.
Well, yeah, and I think if you are one of those people that do that to people, go see somebody.
You need to look in the
Right?
mirror.
Yeah, you need to look in the mirror and go see it, because you're seeing, I don't know if you guys are online much or how much you follow the Barstool world, but you see it right now with Zach Bryan. I'm sure you all know who that is.
I got some takes on that.
Do you know who
So-
Dusty is?
Dusty.
Dusty says go to the gun range, and he said, Jesus Christ, Ryan, you are giving me a mental health issue right now.
So
I'm glad I could help. I don't know who that is. But
Okay.
he was verbally, and I mean,
that's abuse, brother.
Brianna
I'm just
Chicken
kidding.
Fry, she didn't.
His now ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, did not
Wife or girlfriend?
admit that there was any physical abuse or anything like that. She didn't get into that, but it was very verbal, very like, she went to the Golden Globes for him, and she wore like this prettiest dress, and he got mad because like, I'm not there, why are you looking that good type shit? And they're like, hey, I'll double your salary that they're giving you at Barstool so you don't have to work at Barstool. Like, trying to take her fame away. Tried to have her sign a $12 million NDA. And she was like, no, dude, I'll be fine. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to be the fourth girl that you did that to. Like, he has a problem. He needs to look into that. He's a fucking alcoholic. Music, great. Okay?
I don't know him.
Cool.
I'm gonna take the opposite stance on this. All right. I'm not.
I don't think you're in it
No,
enough.
just listen. All right. Just hear me out.
I will.
I'm not condoning or saying what he did to her, what happened in that situation was the right thing for him to do. And I will agree that he probably needs some help and has some demons that he needs to work out. And how he took it out on her was not healthy or not right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Brianna Chicken Fry was on her podcast before they got together talking about how she's never had a relationship that hasn't had overlap, how she's cheated on guys. And I think that she's not the pillar of the female community that you want to build a huge argument around.
No.
So, I mean, call a spade, right?
Sure.
And
But this dude's a repeat offender. He does it every fucking girl he
I
dates.
understand that. So, did she not know that going in? Did she not hear that going in?
Dude, love is blind.
But also, I'm not knocking it, and I'm not picking a side. But I think you need to look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I understand Barstool backed her up. Portnoy jumped on her. He doesn't like him because he kicked his dog out of the dressing room and all this stuff. Like, that's fine. But you're going to turn down $12 million, tell the whole world this guy's a monster, which maybe he is. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, she's
But
admitted
to
that
me-
she's got videos and recordings of shit that he's done. That
Put it out.
She's not gonna, though. Like-
Okay. So, to me, all right, I've always been good at looking at both sides of the situation.
Yeah.
And when it seems super duper one-sided, I tend to lean toward the other side because there's got to be a backstory or another side to this here. I know for a fact, like, she has talked about they went on a Christmas holiday somewhere. He rented a cabin for her and her family. Her story has changed 3 times as to what happened there. And, maybe each time she got a little more, this is what actually happened. This is what actually happened.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about it in the public eye, be truth and honest about it right up front. If you don't, then don't talk about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
see that.
I'm going to say, yeah, he sounds like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And if he was abusive in any way, no man should do that to their girlfriend. No man
Yeah.
should do that to anyone.
Yeah.
Just treat people with respect. Treat people how you wanted to be respected.
Right.
It sounds like he drank too much, would get drunk, go off the rails, and then wake up the next day and apologize.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is not okay, though.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And you need to tell someone when they do that, because I'm betting he probably got blackout drunk, didn't remember most of it.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, for
They-
sure. If
you
you're offering
have-
somebody $12 million to be quiet, you got some. You did some shit, right?
Probably.
So,
Yeah, he's trying
but-
to save his career, but I'm gonna say she's not perfect either.
Right. And where I was actually really going with that was just like, if people
Yeah, 'cause
are.
I'm lost.
Yeah.
As shit. I don't
Sorry,
know what you're
sorry.
talking about.
But where I was going with that is like, if you are that type of person, or if someone's giving you hints that you are that type of person, or like, say maybe the person that was in your office somehow sees this, right? Hopefully that's a look in the mirror of like, okay, well, maybe I need to be better. Maybe there's something wrong with me, and like taking ownership of your actions is something very, very big, and something that everybody needs to be able to do.
Well, yeah, and I mean, yeah, he needs to do some reflection, look in the mirror. Zach, was it Brian? What's his name?
Yeah, Zach Bryan, right?
Zach Bryan. He needs to look in the mirror and do some reflection, definitely.
Yep.
But I think there's an opportunity for her to too.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know. maybe he just got drunk and flew off the rails, but most of the time somebody needs to be provoked by something. Maybe it's past trauma. Maybe it's past relationships that provoked him. It wasn't her. Maybe she didn't deserve any of it. But
it sounds like he does it to fucking everybody. Sounds like he does it to all his bands and everything. His band members put out music of their own music, and then he throws out a song the same day to like mask theirs. It's like, fuck, dude, come on.
Yeah, and there's people like that out there, and they suck.
Yeah.
But you would think that if enough people heard about that, they would go away.
Yeah.
No matter how good the music is. I just feel like she's trying as hard as she can to get him canceled or trying to get $12 million out of this without taking a paycheck from him. I understand not taking the money on the gag order.
She's going to make that money back.
She will, but I mean, at some point it's like, okay, he was a piece of shit. At what point do you say, this was awful, I'm glad I got out of this situation,
yeah,
I'm going to move on?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you keep talking about it and keep bringing it up, you're not going to move on.
Right. And to move on from this, because I mean, it's...
Sorry, that's just my point. I'm glad she's out of it. I hope that she never gets put in that situation again, and I hope he gets the help he needs.
Right, sure. But just to move on from that, because, I mean, we don't really need to be talking about that. It's not really our business. But I'll be going through some mental health here in probably the next couple weeks. I got a dog that's not doing so good.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, he's 12, so I've had a great... I mean, I'm pretty okay with it right now, but when that time comes, it's going to be fucking brutal for me, because he's been probably the closest thing to me next to my wife and my actual family.
Right.
You know, I've had him he was not quite 1 when I got him, and he's 12 now, so I've had him a very long time.
Yeah.
He's made every move with me from, you know, I got him after I graduated and moved in with my parents. I asked my parents if I could have a dog out their house and out their farm. So he's been me there. I moved back to Dubuque with him in our apartment with Maya in Dubuque. Now the house that we're at. And it's sad. It's going to suck. I'm trying to be strong about it. But, I mean, and I obviously haven't talked about it a lot, really, with Maya, because it's tough for me to talk about. And, you know, I've always been the owner was like, I'm not going to sit there and try to pick up my dog to help him walk, because like, that's just not a comfortable way to live. And he's kind of getting to that point where I don't have to pick him up, but he's skittish to go down steps, you know? So that's going to be something that I'll probably deal with for a little while. And hopefully, you know, talking about how to release those emotions tonight will help me open up in the future when I have to, you know, when that happens, because we're gonna make that call probably before December, before it gets snowy and icy, where he ain't gonna want to do anything.
Right.
So, it's gonna suck, and I don't really know how to talk about it or how to open up about it, because, you know, it's kind of weird, right? It's a pet. Some people are like, oh, they're family members, you know, this is my baby boy, this is my son. I don't necessarily agree with that, because once you have kids, like, pets are clearly not as important as your kids.
Right.
But, I mean...
Still part of the family.
Yes. In a way, they are family, right? And it makes me extremely sad. It makes me...
You have a lot of, you know, there were a lot of times, like, I'm sure after you got him, before you met Maya, that was your go-to for, you know, your interaction with your dog was everything you had.
So that's it, right? I got him. I was with Maya before I got him.
Yeah.
But she spent her first year of law school in New Orleans, 18 hours away.
Right.
And I was living at my mom's house and my mom and dad's house, and yeah, that was my buddy that I would see every single night. You know, he's a Labrador Retriever, so he loved to run. He loved to play fetch. He was a bird dog. He was bird trained before I got him. I would take a baseball and a baseball bat, and I would take the fucking baseball, and I would hit it as hard as I could up in my dad's timber, and he'd run up and get it every fucking time.
Nice.
Until he couldn't breathe. So, like, that was fun. You know, those are memories that I'll never forget. And yeah, dude, it's just going to be tough. It was a big part of my life, over a quarter part of my life, you know, so... It's going to be brutal. I don't really know necessarily how I'm going to deal with it. You know, it's getting to the point where it's like, okay, I think it might be a relief to the family to not have to worry about how he's doing every day. You know, so it'll be a relief after I'm over it, but it's going to be fucking brutal, dude. I love that fucking guy.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's tough, right?
Definitely not an easy deal.
Yeah.
Hey, bud, we're here for you.
Yeah, no, and everybody that like I've reached out to my family because, like I said, he's been around for a while. So I was like, hey, here's what we're gonna be doing the next couple weeks. If anybody wants to come down and see him, or want me to load him up and take him to your house, I can do that. Because all my family's babysat him before, watched him when we're gone and stuff like that. They all love him too. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I have had a lot of outreach of that, like, hey, we're here, So
Right.
I do appreciate that.
Well, and I think so. It's figuring out ways that that you can, you can release your feelings, and the unfortunate part, and I struggle with this sometimes. Sometimes I can tell my friends something that I struggle to really tell my wife, right? And
Yeah.
it's not a secret. It's just releasing some feelings that I, and it normally doesn't involve around her. It's, hey, I'm going through a rough.
It might
patch
be a
here.
man issue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, like I've said, I pick up the phone and I call. I talk to friends while I drive, or something, because that's my relief. That's
Right.
my release on, or video games, So it's tough. Don't ever let anybody say pets aren't part of the family, man, because they are.
Yeah, I mean, he is, and I will never say that he's not. They don't compare to children. I will
Right.
just say that, and stuff like that. But yeah, it is what it is, right? You get a pet knowing that that's going to happen someday.
Yeah, they don't compare to children, but
No,
Right.
not at all.
they're the second close, because I'll tell you what. That damn dog it doesn't matter what you do, the dog is happy to see you.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
greets you with a wagging tail.
Yeah, and what's nice about the kids is like, this will be a little lighter hearted of a story. We had a golden retriever that we had to put down because it had cancer, and it was really, really hard for my daughter, and she was about 5, and I didn't think that she would really totally get it and stuff like that, but like the day that it happened, and like we were explaining to her, we're like, hey, this is what's gonna happen. I mean, she just teared up and was like, but that's my best friend, Dad. Like, what am I gonna do now? And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like holding back tears. I'm like, yeah, I know, babe. Like, I get it. So what's nice, well, I guess not nice, but they've been through it, right? They understand what death is now. They totally get it. They know that they're not going to see that person, that dog or person when they walk back through the door. So we were sitting down at the dinner table, and Maya was like, hey, if we're going to do this, we better break it to the kids and stuff like that here pretty soon. So we were at dinner last night, and I was like, we go around the table every night, say, hey, what is everybody grateful for? And everybody says their thing. And I was like, hey, before I want to say what I'm grateful for, there's something that Dad wants to talk to you guys about that Mom and I have been talking about and then have to make a decision on. And I go into the long story about, hey, how we had Luna and we had to do this and that, and how we have Gonzo, and he's old, and he's struggling sometimes and in and out, and we're gonna have to make the decision to put him down and move on, and he's gonna go up and be with Luna and be with the rest of his dog friends that he's anxious to see again and stuff like that, and we just wanted to let you guys know so it's not a surprise and stuff like that. And my son goes, yeah, so Dad, do we have more bacon? Because we were having breakfast for dinner, and I was like, I actually needed that, dude. Yes, we got more bacon. I'll go get you a piece. Yeah. So do we have more bacon over there, Dad? I'm like, okay, so they get it. They're not going to be sad.
Yeah. I care, but I don't.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be
Bacon,
sad.
please.
Yeah, they will be.
Short memory when you're
Right
that
after
young,
that,
right?
my daughter
Oh,
got up
100%.
and gave my mom gave my wife a really big hug. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
even
right?
though I wanted the hug, she gave Maya the hug.
So, yeah, so we're here for you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
that.
It's a tough deal.
For sure. Like I said, I could talk more about it.
Yeah,
but
if
I'll talk for 8 hours.
all our
about
viewers,
this shit.
men especially, talk about it.
Yeah.
Get help.
Well, and I'm trying to decide if I want to get into this side of it or not, and that's the statistics. And I don't know if I can say unaliving yourself on YouTube without it getting taken down. Like
Suicide?
Suicide.
Oh yeah, we talked about that last time.
Yeah. Well, you had all kinds of statistics. It was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah, like
well,
did you know
the number one killer between the ages of 25 and 45 in men in this country is suicide.
Yeah, did you know the highest percentage of men that commit suicide are like 80 or older, though? It's nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I got a little worked up here a couple months ago because so one of the singers of One Direction passed away at a hotel. And it's kind of shady if it was suicide or not. From what I understand, he was out of his mind, whether he was drunk or on other stuff.
Yeah.
Caused a bunch of commotion in the lobby and trying to go to the pool. They wouldn't let him. They told him to go to his room. He said he didn't want to go to his room, didn't want to be alone, and then somehow fell from his balcony. I've heard he was jumping in the pool. I've heard they don't know if he was pushed or not. I've heard he jumped on his own. Nobody knows what really happened there, and it's a sad situation, and it is. But I saw so much stuff on social media, all over, just people super sad and super upset for him, and like, oh, it's sunny out today. It's because I can't remember his name. It's because of this guy. And one thing that truly upset me, and I mean, I was sad he died. I'm not a heartless bastard. I can be sometimes. But one thing that truly upset me is that because a famous person commits suicide, it's everybody feels, and it's terrible. Well, I feel for the 30 other guys that day around the world that committed suicide.
Right.
And nobody gives a fuck.
Nobody said a single thing about it.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I've been there. We'll get real. I've been right on the brink. I've thought about it. Hey,
I don't think that's too far out of the realm to say most people have.
I don't think there's most people that haven't. I've been right there. I've been right on the edge. And people will say, like, well, what stopped you, or what made you not do that, or what made you not attempt that? For me personally, it was, when they tell my mom what happened, well, how, it's just going to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's anything I want my family to have to go through. I've worked through those times. And I'm glad that things didn't happen the way I thought maybe they should when I was younger.
Yeah.
But, we all grow and we come a long way. And you still I think people get depressed all the time.
Yep.
And I think people think about suicide all the time.
All the time.
But I guarantee you, if you sit down, if you're ever on the edge, if you sit down and think about not how it'll impact your life, but how it will impact the life of everyone around you,
right,
there will be way more negative impact by you not being here anymore.
For sure.
And I mean that's all I have to say about that, I guess.
Yeah, and I think
it's a tough subject to talk about, right?
Yeah, and if you look at all the failed attempts, the first things that were like, the people are like, whoa, I'm glad that didn't fucking happen.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's people you don't like. It's always like, wow, we never expected that.
Yeah.
Or
they were the happiest people.
Yeah,
Yeah, we talked about that on our last one. It was that guy that jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge, and right when he jumped, he goes, I didn't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do. Luckily, he didn't die.
Right.
But he also said that if one person on the bus ride there would have said, "Hey, man, you all right?" and talked to him, he would have never done it.
Yeah.
He got made fun of on it. Like, look at this guy in the back of the bus crying. What's wrong with him?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of what we touched on earlier. So it's not worth it. I don't care what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah.
And
it I mean,
ask
the
for
people
help.
around you, it's gonna ruin things. It's gonna ruin their lives.
100%. Ask for help.
Yeah, and I mean, I think we probably all know somebody that has done that, right? All been close to somebody that has done that, and it's not a fun experience, right? Because you're always asking, "What the fuck, dude? Why? Like, what the fuck? Why didn't you call?" Right? Yeah. And this is our cry out right now. It's like, dude, if you, like you said, if you're out there and you're struggling and you're doing and you're thinking about that stuff, just call.
Yeah.
Even if it's not a professional, just call.
Talk to somebody.
Talk to somebody. They can steer you in a way to go see a professional, right?
Absolutely.
Because there's personal stories that I've that of people that were close that have been friends that it was like one phone call away, right? Tried to make a couple phone calls, nobody picked up, and it was like shit.
Yep.
If the one person maybe would have picked up, right? It's tough. It's real tough.
I'd say just keep calling. Call till somebody answers.
Yeah.
Just keep
Send
calling.
us a message.
Keep calling.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, it's easy to say though, because I haven't been in that position where I've been that close or anything like that, but sometimes they don't have people to call, right? So they have that one person to call, and that's their last straw.
Call us.
Yeah.
We're here.
Right. Phone lines
Call.
are open.
There's suicide hotlines.
Yeah.
Call them. I mean, just note it's not worth it.
No.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Sorry to humdrum us.
No,
down.
that's-
Hey,
it's
you got to
part-
talk about it. It's
just
part
some-
of it.
I mean, I
part
wasn't
of
here on the
men's
last
mental
one
health.
when we talked
Yeah.
about it. I wanted to
Yeah.
to touch on it. I mean, I had people that I went to high school with that were super awesome that are gone.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks because you sit around and you're like, man, I wonder if that guy was still around, what would have been?
Yeah. And
Or I miss that guy.
you know, last time we talked a lot about what having kids does to your mental health, and obviously, you don't have any, so it's good to hear your aspect of a single or of a guy that.
Yeah, and I think there's a big difference in like, I would say married with a family, as you guys are. You view men's mental health a lot differently than I do.
Yeah.
As a single white male in this country. So, I mean, I'm not so I should have left white out there. But as just a single guy, we have different mental health issues than you guys would.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Like dating is fucking atrocious in this world right now.
Really?
I'm not actively dating right now, but I remember when I was trying to for a couple years, and the dating pool just sucks. It's trash. And I'm not dogging on the single gals out there, but some of you suck. Some of you are fantastic.
Some of you are really, really cool.
Some of you, I'm sure, are fantastic, and I haven't met any of you yet. No, that got wayside fucking tracked. But yeah, Mike, back to you, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stop talking before I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth over here.
Like we said, call, text, reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member, reach out to a professional, get help. Men's mental health does go unnoticed, and we were bad at hiding it ourselves. So one thing, if I can shed light is release it. There's no point of holding on to it.
Don't
And
let
when
it
you
bottle
release
up.
it and you finally start talking about it, you feel so much better, and your life turns 180 degrees.
Don't let it bottle up.
And
Right.
it's
'Cause
better in all aspects.
That's probably the majority of the outcome if you do bottle it up, right? Is what we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So
That
just
or
talk to somebody.
you lash out
Absolutely.
at the people around you, and
Yep.
then
Then you
like
lose
that
friends.
happens. Get it
Yep.
out. You
You
got to have
lose-
somebody to talk to. If you don't have anybody to talk to, my DMs are open.
Yep. Slide into them. Slide right into them.
I'll catch you.
Slip and slide. We're going to take a quick ad break from our sponsor, Lit Up Midwest Permanent Home Lighting. Excuse me. And then we're coming back for the Mainstream Podcast Draft. So here's a word from our sponsor, Lit Up Midwest.
Am I the only one that didn't know you can light up your home year-round? Let's talk about Lit Up Midwest. Imagine 16 million lighting combinations, 250 colors per sequence, nearly invisible by day, dazzling by night. Perfect for holidays, parties, or just to make your home stand out. With a one-time installation, enjoy up to 20 years of customizable...
Thank you, Lit Up Midwest, for all the kind words and the sponsorship. Permanent home lighting, it is right around this time for Christmas. Reach out to Adam Kafer at Lit Up Midwest for 20% off your home installation if you mention the Mainstream Podcast, which is quite a bit of money.
Put the ladders away forever.
Yeah, if you're fat, if you just don't like ladders, if Josh raised his hand.
We're working on it, man.
Something smells like food.
Something smells like
Dude,
fucking
don't.
skunk. Something
Don't.
smells
I
like
think
skunk.
I think your wife was upstairs making dinner earlier, and I was like, "Oh man, it smells like dinner." I
Oh,
told
yeah.
you, motherfuckers. I got a nose.
Lit Up Midwest. Reach out to Adam Kafer, volunteer firefighter. He owns the business, and he does good work. So reach out to him. Mention the Mainstream Podcast, 20% off. Don't add that 5 because he said 20.
But Mike said
He,
25.
he likes what he hears from us and trusts us, so we trust him and know that he will take care of you.
Absolutely.
With that being said, it is time for the Mainstream Podcast Draft.
Womp, womp, womp.
Tonight, with Ryan running late, we decided to throw a quick one out.
Blame it all on me. I only sent you 25 suggestions.
It was. I was busy at work today, and Mike was busy pooping. Anyways,
Guy goes to the bathroom a lot.
Take it easy, all right, guys?
we had decided that we were going to draft top 5 video games from our childhood that may have shaped us to who we are today.
Yeah.
The cutoff
is there a cutoff?
The cutoff is graduation, 18 years.
18, so 2008
Yeah,
for me.
7, 8. I said we're the same age. So
Either way.
Old
We are?
balls. Josh isn't in here, so we don't have to worry
He'd
about
be
him.
like,
Atari.
Pong.
Pong.
Oregon Trail.
Oh, hey.
I got Game
Hey,
Green once.
Carmen San Diego.
I never played
Yeah. So, Math Blaster or whatever. I don't care.
it. What blaster?
Math Blaster. Did you ever play Math Blaster?
Don't drop that M off of there. Be Ath Blaster. I never played that game, but whatever floats your boat,
I didn't
Mike.
play that game either.
Where's that button? Where's that?
Gay. Anyways,
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
There it is.
I miss having a guy behind the desk.
Yeah, me
For those
too.
of you who don't know, Josh just walked in.
Yeah.
He's sitting behind the desk now.
We're gonna let Mike Steinis
Steinis
go
go
first
first.
tonight.
Okay. Fuck. Oh.
Okay. Fuck.
I gotta think about this. I didn't
Any
even
game.
make a list.
Any game.
I understand
console.
that, dude. I get it. I get it. I
It
get
could
it.
be Pokemon on
No, stop.
Game Boy
Stop.
Color.
Stop. You know how many hours I logged into that fucking game?
I'm gonna go GoldenEye 007.
Ugh, garbage. Sorry.
I'm gonna
Not a
take
fan.
what Ryan Naymiller said. You can't say it like I was gonna be like, fuck. You can't say that because that's like favorite character out of the Bible, Jesus.
Shit, how dare you take him first? Yeah.
Sorry.
Number 2, the devil. No, just kidding. All right, so my number 1 overall pick, games before graduation that shaped me. And I'm gonna have to go with the first computer game I fell in love with, Command and Conquer.
Never played it.
Oh, it's so good, so good.
Never played it. Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Nice.
I only played it a little bit. I rented it one time. I was like,
Tony
"That's
Hawk
not my
Pro
cup of
Skater
tea."
for my number 1. My number 2 is going to be Mario Kart on N64.
That's
Mark, that's
good
a good
too.
one.
Yeah,
Mario Kart's a good one.
on N64.
My number 2, I'm going with the PlayStation, the gray one.
The Ohio State University.
Ohio State. I'm gonna go with Crash Bandicoot.
Okay. I like that actually.
Dude, that is where my gamer rage comes from.
Yep.
Because that
Yep.
game was fucking frustrating.
Yeah. I'm going Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I mean, dude, picking up hookers, doing whatever the fuck you want.
Hood rat shit
dude.
with your hood rat friends.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
My name's Skater.
Yes. And that's why I am who I am today.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go.
Don't mind him out stealing cars.
I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go NCAA 2005.
Football?
Yeah, I just played it a fucking ton. I played it all the fucking time.
Right. I think my next pick, I'm gonna go with. Man, there's a lot of good ones.
I know. That's where I'm struggling.
I'm worried that this will get picked. So I'm going to go with also a Grand Theft Auto, but I'm going to go with Vice City.
Vice City was a good one.
Vice City was before San Andreas, and I think it set the precedent for San Andreas.
It did. They added a few more features in San Andreas, like swimming in water and stuff.
Yeah.
But like Vice City was
Vice City was the OG,
soundtrack.
though. Yeah.
Oh man, V-Rock with Laszlo. I owned the 6-disc soundtrack to Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and each disc was the radio station. Vice City Public Radio, fucking amazing. I'd spend hours just driving back and forth listening to the radio in that stupid game. Yeah, man, that takes me back. I'm gonna have to fire that shit up.
Halo.
Ooh, that's a good one.
We Halo LAN partied the shit out of it.
Rockets, and
Jack's Pizza.
Rockets and
soda.
Rockets and swords, baby. Rockets and swords. That's it.
Yeah, dude.
No fucking sniper rifles.
I loved Halo. LAN parties. It was one of my favorite things to do. My fourth pick is gonna have to be Donkey Kong on Nintendo. I logged so many hours in Donkey Kong, and when my kids got a Nintendo Switch for Christmas, I equally logged hours in Donkey Kong on that.
Dad, can I have my Nintendo Switch? No, you got your tablet.
Right.
Oh, shoot. My fourth pick, it's still man, I just had it on the tip of my tongue and I lost it because I started thinking about fucking Nintendo. I grew up in the PlayStation era, so most of my shit comes from PlayStation. Oh, so this is my first racing game that just I fell in love with it. Fucking Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer.
Mm-hmm. So much fun. It's such a good game. The graphics were shit, but it was a great racing game.
I'm going to go... I got to make sure, because there's a lot in this franchise.
What Mario are you going to pick?
Not.
Now I feel like I need to throw it to the Nintendo.
I'm going to go... I'm going Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit.
Oh,
Hot Pursuit?
dude, you fucked up.
Yeah.
And I
it's just
fucked up by picking Ridge Racer.
Need for Speed Underground.
Okay.
2.
Maybe that's what I wanted. I don't know.
Hot Pursuit was okay.
Can I... Hold on.
No, you already said it.
All right, fuck you.
I will go for Need for Speed Underground too.
Fucking hate you.
Underground's where it's at.
All right,
He's got another pick, though.
Oh fuck!
I did one Underground. I really did one
Fine,
Underground.
just take Underground. Underground 1 or 2?
Just one's fine.
No.
No, I want Underground. 1.
Underground 1 was good. Underground 1
No,
was
you want 2, motherfucker.
Are you saying that because you went Underground 1?
No, because Underground 2 is so much better than Underground
No,
1.
I'm gonna take Underground. I'm gonna take Underground, the Ridge.
Okay. You get another pick.
I do get another pick. And this is 4 for me.
This will be your last
No,
pick
this
right
is
here.
5 for you.
Oh.
Yeah. Damn, I forgot about Need for Speed.
NFL Blitz.
NFL Blitz. Not a fan.
That's a good one. Did you ever play the new one?
No.
It was what the hell was on it? PlayStation 3 or something? And you could literally juice your players up and shit on the sidelines.
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
I really like. Well, I'll wait. I don't think any of you guys are gonna pick it, but. Do you want me to say it?
No.
You can if you want. I don't
No.
care.
No.
What
I
console's
doubt
it
you
on?
guys will
What
pick
console's
it.
it on?
PlayStation.
Well, I'm done with PlayStation. Go ahead.
NBA Street Volume 2.
Yeah, not for
Fucking
me.
awesome. Butter. My nickname was Butter. And every time I shoot a 3, they'd be Butter.
Man, there's so many. It's so hard to pick. But
I know.
I got to go with what I logged massive hours on. And this was my iPhone before we had iPhones. Every time I took a shit, this thing was queued up. When I spent hours not sleeping because I was playing this fucking game.
what
I'm
I
going
said.
Pokemon Fire Red version.
On
the Game Boy
Game
Color.
Boy Color.
The purple see-through Game Boy Color.
Yep.
I still have 2 of them in my house. Fucking sometimes when I'm on the road, I fire that shit up. It's
Do you?
great. It's such a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So my last pick, I'm gonna kind of it's going away a little bit. Age of the Empires on PC.
On PC, you can get that on Xbox.
I
now.
know.
It's got to be so hard to play on Xbox.
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I
Without the
wanted
mouse
to,
and keyboard.
but I log so many hours in Age of the Empires.
It's such a great game.
It is. It was my last pick was going to be between that or Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, yeah.
Because I logged a lot of hours in that too.
Mine used to be is it Golf Tycoon or the hell was it?
Mine was
You could build your own golf course.
Sim Golf.
No, I don't think it was Sim Golf.
So-
Ooh, Sims.
Well, Sim Golf. I had a Sim
Shit.
Golf game where you could
Yeah,
build
dude.
your own golf course. In
I
Borderlands.
was thinking just video game consoles.
Mortal Kombat could have been on there.
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo was
Oh,
fantastic.
Gran Turismo was good. Not as good as
Um,
Ridge Racer, but it was good.
I've never heard of Ridge Racer.
Dude, it was like the OG, like first console racer.
I also,
Really?
I mean, technically, we could have said one of the Call of Duties that originally came out when we were in high school
Yeah.
too.
See, I didn't do Call of Duty till Modern Warfare 2. Before that, it was Medal of Honor. And I could have thrown that in there because
Medal-
I played all
Medal
of
of
those
Honor
'cause
was
they were
good.
fucking
SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs was good too.
good.
What-
The
which-
Army Men Toy Soldiers
Which
series?
one was the? You guys are big COD fans. What was? I don't know if it was the original zombie one, But what was the game where the zombies where it was in like the movie theater?
Not a clue. I'd never play zombies.
It was a
Zombies
zombie where
guy.
you'd go through. The man behind the board's not fucking listening.
No, he's checked out. He's artistic.
What was the
What?
Call of Duty that had the zombies that were in like the movie theater? Like the theater.
It was the first zombies that came out.
You
Yeah,
know what other
yeah.
game? Fucking
The
my
Nazi
first.
zombies.
The reason I bought an Xbox 360 was to play Dead Rising. Did you ever play that?
Mm-mm.
You're a reporter, and this town has a zombie outbreak, and you pay a helicopter guy to get you into a mall, and you're in the shopping mall, and you can use anything as a weapon and put on any of the clothing you
Oh,
find.
no shit.
And you're there for like 5 days, and the longer you're there, the more zombies get running around, and so you just kill zombies.
Was
and all
there a
kinds of shit.
segue like Paul Blart?
There's no. This was before
Yeah,
segues,
I
brother.
know, just-
But it was so much, such
Yeah.
a fun game.
There's so many honorable mentions out there.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Josh, you got a five? You got five?
BioShock.
I do have 5. I posted it in the chat because I didn't know if. it was
Did you
gonna have
guys? Did you guys ever play any of the Kingdom Hearts on
No,
PlayStation?
I never played the Kingdom Hearts. I watched my uncles play that, but I never
Yeah.
played it.
Mine would be Tecmo Bowl,
Sims was the best. Ashley said.
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah, Sims. I fucked up with
Super
Sims.
Mario Brothers,
Super Mario Brothers is hard not to put in there.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt.
See, this
Yeah.
is why this guy couldn't have been in this draft.
Duck Hunt's good. I was gonna
Punch-Out!
pick Duck Hunt.
I'm
It
too-
is.
I'm
This
too
is
Did you
old.
play Duck Hunt?
Yeah, I played
Yeah,
Duck
of course
Hunt. I had
played
the gun.
Duck Hunt.
I had half a gun because my dog ate part of it. But
Yeah.
When you were 4?
What
yeah.
else? What else?
Punch Out was my last one.
punch out like what's going on. And
No,
you know
it's like
what?
the
You
Mike
know what?
Tyson one.
Actually, an
Yeah.
OG game would have been Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Don't- you
Rock
can't-
Band. I'm more of a Rock Band
You can't
guy.
tell
no,
me
Rock
you
Band
didn't
sucked.
play
Guitar
that.
Hero was the
Dude,
shit.
fuck that, dude. You know what we used to do? Like,
Rock Band was
it
the
was
shit.
college for me.
It was
You guys
hot
used to
garbage.
throw your own shows.
Yes, dude. We used to come back from the dorm rooms and be like, come out of the fucking calf and be like,
I
hey,
bet
what are you guys
fucking-
doing tonight? We're going on tour. What do
Steinus
you
was
mean?
probably the singer.
We're going.
too.
No, I was a bass player. I slapped the fuck.
Uh,
I slap at the bass,
Slap
man.
at the bass. Slap at the bass.
My brother-in-law.
Slap at the bass.
My brother-in-law.
I slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass. I slap at the bass, man.
My
I slap at the bass.
Such a great movie.
I'm just gonna stop.
Slap at the bass.
Ashley said Guitar Hero. Maybe it was after I said it. I'm not sure. No, it was before. My brother-in-law Zach, fucking killer on Guitar Hero.
Really?
Oh
yeah, dude, he's
I think I saw a
when it comes
Snapchat of
when it comes to
fucking
him and
rocking out.
Guitar Hero, he's like a savant. It's fucking
Dude,
crazy.
it's
I watched him
gnarly.
play at a bar one time, and he's like, da, 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 just not even paying
Yeah.
attention. And I'm
Like I went over to
I suck at it.
I went over to his house the one day and he busted out his old Xbox 360 with Guitar Hero. And- no, he went to the store and bought it.
Oh my
And just
God.
because he wanted to play it again, because he came over to my house when I was living in Wisconsin, and I bought the new one for like PlayStation 4, and it's like actually got the keys like a real guitar does
Oh,
on it, so
really?
it wasn't as fun. He Megadeth on one of the Guitar Heroes, Megadeth has a song on there,
Yeah.
and that dude like expert, yeah, it's stupid. I'm like, how do you even do that? Like, I can't even do it on.
my favorite
Level
song
2.
on fucking Guitar Hero 2 was Trogdor. Trogdor was a man. No, wait, he was a dragon.
Whoever
man. It's
Dusty
such a
is
stupid
says
song.
Ryan has a cheeseburger in his pocket.
Who
Who?
is this fucking Dusty
I
guy?
don't know. I got a cheeseburger.
I know
for
one
you,
Dusty, and I doubt he's on here.
He knows Ryan. This Dusty
I
does.
think it's my buddy Chris.
Dusty.
Dusty
So,
Cropper.
speaking of consoles, how about the fucking 4K 64 coming out? Is anyone gonna buy it? But are we gonna buy that for the
So,
studio or what?
What I read was that
Jesus Christ.
it's going to be the same graphics, just clearer.
Oh no shit!
And what's this release on? The new PlayStation?
No, it's
a
a new 64. A new
Oh, a new 64 is
it's
coming out.
64 in 4K.
Dude, if that's got, well, no, yeah, if that's got GoldenEye.
But I told you I have the
You
original.
could play GoldenEye on Xbox.
I know it's.
I have
doesn't
the
feel
original.
same. Like
Guys,
when you're not
it's-
holding the controller down here.
But
going
doesn't
like
with the
this.
big ass
Yeah.
fucking rumble pack
Yeah.
coming out?
I did
Yeah.
not like Goldeneye.
What?
I
I
hated
loved
it. I hated it. I was
Yeah,
so
dude,
bad at
you
it.
hit a button that's like what the
Making yourself look like a pussy.
yeah hit another one.
Just spent an hour talking about Ben's mental health, and I'm getting degraded because I don't like Goldeneye.
Verbal abuse.
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm going home.
I logged probably just as many hours in GoldenEye as you did in other games.
Oh yeah.
Not fun for me.
GoldenEye was so much fun. Did you ever play Perfect Dark? It came out.
Perfect Dark Zero?
Yeah, it came out after
first game I
GoldenEye.
had
It was
on
almost the
360.
same thing as GoldenEye.
It was all right.
What about like the Tom Clancy games?
I love Tom Clancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The original Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
And then it came out. I haven't played any Tom Clancy games really after Ghost Recon.
Right.
Because that's when COD came out.
You know what we didn't say, and I almost said it, Resident Evil.
I never played it.
Oh,
I mean,
man,
we
they're
could go
so
on and
much
on
fun.
about video games, right? I mean, fuck.
Sonic the Hedgehog on
Yeah.
Sega.
I like the quick action games. I don't like the ones where it's like an entire storyline. Like,
Yeah, I'm
if I
not
gotta-
too happy
if I
with
gotta
my
play like
picks,
49
actually.
days in a row just to complete shit. I'm out.
I love.
Dude, you're walking around a house full of zombies trying to figure out what happened. I mean,
No,
I
can't do
I
that.
loved the
You will
new
hate
fucking
Harry
Grand
Potter
Theft
Hogwarts,
Auto
so-
that came out.
The new one?
Not the the most recent one.
They're coming out with
Grand
another
Theft Auto
one.
Yeah.
5?
Yes.
You didn't like it?
I loved it.
Oh, it's great. They're
I
coming out
loved
with
it.
6
With,
is
like
coming out.
Trevor and Mike and
Yeah. Franklin.
Franklin. Yeah, dude, I love
And
that
Choppa.
shit.
Yeah, they're coming out with six soon.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the
forever.
graphics.
And they threw all the maps together. It's fucking
Ooh.
insane.
What did you call that last game? Was that Mike? It was kind of like Perfect Dark. Is that what you said? Or was
Perfect
that-
Dark? Yeah.
So on the all-time rank of video games from a pretty respectable source here, that is ranked number 7 of all
Yeah.
time.
Perfect Dark was a good game.
Guess what the first ranked video game of all time is right now? It's basing this on the most number of downloads, plays,
I have no clue.
and hours.
It's got to be like
consumed.
Zelda.
Like
Yep.
fucking, yeah.
Legend of Zelda.
Zelda.
See, and I wasn't a big fan.
I wasn't. I couldn't.
I
do
never
that.
played it.
I couldn't do that shit. No. Second one, Soul Calibur. You remember that sword fighting game back in the day?
No.
The Final Fantasy's got to be up there too.
Grand Theft Auto 4
Really?
Really?
I never even played that
is
one.
number 3.
What?
Yeah.
Do you know your Times Roman numeral?
Yeah.
Is it sure it's 4?
Well, it's 1, then a V, so
Yep,
it's
that's
1
4.
4V. Yeah, it's 4. I didn't know
just
there
giving
was
you
one.
shit.
I didn't know there was
Well,
one.
clearly, if they're going on number 6, there had to have been a number 4.
Well,
No,
figured
I
it was
just-
like
It
maybe
was
Fast
Grand
and the
Theft Auto
Furious.
3, then Vice City, then I think 4, then San Andreas.
Yeah,
I believe.
and then Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, that would be the order, yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and then the 6th one's like coming out. Did you guys see some of the pre?
Were you listening 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, I was. But just listen. Did you guys talk about like the AI strippers?
No.
In Grand-
Why would we be worried
So,
about
in-
this
in Gra-
fucking
so-
guy?
so
We're not
listen,
worried about
Can
listen.
it.
you
but I
mute your
wanna-
mic, please?
No, just
No,
real
no,
quick.
no. I'm
Real quick,
all
listen.
ears.
So
Mike's going to be
evidently-
pooping a lot.
Evidently, there's multiple strip clubs in Grand Theft Auto 6. And so instead of just doing like computer graphics, they're actually having strippers, like world-class strippers, come in and they're putting all those balls all over their body to like track their shit.
No shit.
And it's like a full hour session that each girl dances, and then they're just taking all this to put it in the strip club.
You would know this.
Well, I saw it on Reels the other day, and I got down a rabbit hole.
Reels.
Ryan was on Reels for 2 hours, and he didn't
Yeah,
see
he
that.
was.
Yeah, no shit.
My algorithm's a little different.
Brother, is it? It ain't much different than mine, Josh.
Well,
I'll
with
tell
that
you
being
that.
said,
Yeah. Our go vote. We'll put our draft up on social media.
Hey, who won the vote from last
Monday?
night?
I think there was a tie.
I did vote.
I thought I was winning last time I looked.
I'll look.
I think I voted for you. I can't. There was there was something I based it off of, and you picked it. And I'm like,
It was probably Ron White.
I gotta go with that.
No, it's because Ryan didn't want to vote.
No,
for
Jim
me.
Carrey.
Jim Carrey was what it was.
Yeah, because that was on your list, and the first thing I asked, I was like, "Can we pick stuff that was on Ryan's list?"
What?
It was me.
It was Steinus.
Woo! The wins
Yeah.
are
Is
racking
that,
up.
is that your first win?
No,
Congrats.
buddy. My wins are racking up.
Buddy, you got a long way to go, buddy.
Well,
Yeah,
you know
we're-
what? You got a lot more episodes in. Percentage-wise,
This sounds like excuses.
I'm just saying.
Ryan was the deciding vote on that.
Thanks, Ryan.
We didn't have a lot of people vote on that one.
No.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this
but
one
yeah,
will
it'll
go up on
be-
social media.
Up on Monday. Make sure you vote before next Friday so I can win again.
I don't think you've won in a while.
You haven't won in a while.
I haven't. I've had some terrible fucking picks.
Bob's the Builder.
Can we fix it?
When your fortress falls apart and mine doesn't, you can fuck off. I'm not letting you in there.
Yeah.
I meant to say Fix It Felix from Wreck-It Ralph, not Bob the Builder, but I got him confused.
With that
Even
being
better.
said,
Anyways.
we are going to end. What the fuck are you texting me right now for?
All right.
Goat
Thank you for tuning in on our episode on men's mental health. Reminder, we have a big event coming up. You'll start seeing flyers for it
Yes.
on January 18th at River Ridge Brewery. On Tap, a podcast event hosted by the Mainstream Podcast in partnership with River Ridge. River Ridge, right? River Ridge? Yeah. All right. And, go vote for our draft and interact with us. We love it. We'd love to see you all there. Also, one more thing. We have 2 tickets left to see the Pork Tornadoes at the Diamond Joe, at the Q Casino in Dubuque. All you have to do is go back to that episode where we interviewed Mike Schulte and tell us what he cannot do as a musician. And that's it. We are the Mainstream Podcast. I'm Ryan. That's Mike. That's Mike. Have a great night.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
sorry.
wait.
Hey, don't be shy, okay? This event's going to be super fucking cool, and there's going to be a lot of people down there. Dude, don't be shy. We all have plenty of friends. We want to see you down there. Support us, please.
Yeah, we'll love to see you come out. We're the Mainstream Podcast. Good night.
It's where you want to be. We'll discuss the latest trends and the news of the day, and we'll tackle the tough topics in our own special way. So if you're looking for a place to escape and unwind, welcome to the Mainstream. We're one of a kind.